Good morning, viewers and listeners. Happy New Year to you again, even as we begin the insurance segment for the year 2021. With me in the studio, I have Pastor TMI Ojokojo. You're welcome, sir.
Yeah, good morning, sir, and also Happy New Year to our viewers out there.
We'll take our quote, and our quote says, "Plan your future. Life is a marathon race, not 100 meters race. Plan your insurance." Pastor TMI Ojokojo.
Thank you so much. I like the way you always round up the quote with plan your insurance, because you must include insurance in all your plans, especially if you're a business person. And also, as you said, life is not a dash. It's a marathon. So you must plan and plan early. It's very important.
Yeah, we are going to talk about insurance budgeting. Insurance budgeting, that's our topic. And it's important we understand the word insurance and budgeting, so that we can start the year on a sweet note. Pastor TMI Ojokojo, what can we count as insurance budgeting?
Simply, we all know what, or I think most of us should know what budgeting is all about. It's putting together your plans, financial plans for the year, what you intend to spend, how you intend to get money and all that. But in this case, we're looking at the monies you are setting aside for insurance and the type of insurance you want to purchase, knowing your assets, your staff, their needs, the things they're exposed to, the things that you know will cost you if the unforeseen occurs. You make preparation. You have a budget. Put aside some money, the time you're going to do it, the company you're going to use. All that is what insurance budgeting is all about. I'm sure you have something to say.
Pastor, I'm really happy at the description, the breakdown that you have given. And I just want to add that it is a deliberate planning, to evaluate the total cost of what can be spent on insurance purchase. And in giving to that, there is also an understanding as regards what constitutes that particular budgeting that you are talking about. How do you go about it? How many staff do you have in your employ? It's a factor for a consideration under the group life assurance scheme. It's also a consideration for the employer's liability insurance. It's also a consideration for the pension scheme in terms of payments that will be made. So ordinarily, you know what it takes to make for the welfare of your staff. Because if your staff is involved in one accident or the other, it will jeopardize the operations of the office. And let me say here also, some of us are people who are like drivers. You just go into the vehicle, put the ignition, start, and move. There is supposed to be what you call the check system. You check whether there is water in the radiator, check if there is oil, check if the tires are of gauge, check the light system, check the battery, and others. That is what is like the insurance budgeting we are talking about. So you are supposed to know this. But some persons don't. And in this case, we are also saying at this end here, if you don't know what to consider to make for what your insurance for the year will relate to, we are also at your own disposal. You can reach us in the insurance segment to say, please, what do I do to ensure that I have a projection for the year? We can come to do that with you, reason with you, see the assets that you have, because you mentioned the position of assets. A lot of us are not looking at that angle. You have procured an asset for the office. That asset is supposed to do a job of returns for money. If the asset is damaged, what becomes the issue? Pastor, let us have an understanding as to what constitutes an asset for an organization.
Yeah, an asset is any item that has value. Maybe you just purchased, let's say, a photocopy machine. That's value. Anything can go wrong with it.
And you run a business center.
You run a business center. You just acquired an additional car. Don't be limited to the third party, as we say, the police let me pass insurance. You know, because those who have these organizations, these businesses, they put in quite a lot of money. And if there are losses, it affects the bottom line. It affects your operations. So any asset, any item of value should be covered. It could be a factory, you just added another equipment, you added a generator. Boy, these are things that have value.
Yeah, I just want to use the motor vehicle case you referred to.
Yes.
Now, in doing motor insurance, if you acquire,
yes,
or even on the existing basis,
yes,
it's not just on the basis of acquiring,
exactly,
it's also on the basis of existing assets that you own.
yes.
Now, the consideration is going to be the age of that particular vehicle. A vehicle will have outlived its economic value,
yes,
you know, in terms of the age of the vehicle, the use of the vehicle. And if that is the case, that is where you also have a consideration. This vehicle, we just got it. It is still within 5 years of acquiring it. So this can be on comprehensive. We have this one, it is 10 years. It can be on third-party fire and theft. It can be on third party. So it's not just on the basis of the fact that people want you to do comprehensive insurance. It's on factors that will be put in place that will make for an understanding whether this should be a third-party cover case, a third-party fire and theft case, or a comprehensive case. Yes. What some of us just understand is the issue of the fact that what is operational is third-party insurance. No. We have what is called the third-party fire and theft. We also have what is called the comprehensive insurance. It is only when you have an opportunity, like you are doing this insurance budgeting, that you can properly be educated, yes, and the cost elements associated to know what to do. Pastor, this year, yes, should be spelled well in terms of people understanding, yes, the principles and operations of insurance. Yes. So we are also saying that we want to partner with members of the public. You are free to call on us to say, come, I want to see you. What can I do to make my insurance tick? To make my insurance cover the standard? To make my insurance cover the functional? Yes. So that in case there is an accident, no matter what the nature of the accident is, I will still be alive in my business will still flow. It's not a situation where there will be a fire outbreak, there will be a theft, and then you are no more. Or in cases that we find now, a lot of persons are losing money. The POL services are there, amongst others. There is a scope of cover available for every business person, depending on what business you find yourself do. And so let us learn. Pastor, tell some of these things we are supposed to do, yes, for guidance. Yes. Because if we say we want to partner with you, you should also be in a position to also open yourself, yes, to say, if you do this, this will be. Yes. It's not a situation where we think insurance companies, the last edition, we showed proof of payment made by insurance company. We know we still have some of them hanging. And so we will want to make sure that for this year, there's also a concentration, yes, on those cases. But this is a service to the public we want to really render, yes, for the year 2021.
You know, there's a popular saying that is teaching time saves 9. You know, a lot of people want to shy away from insurance because they don't know how it works. Insurance is not expensive. A little premium saves you from great bills. We know we are living in a very dynamic environment, a changing world, and we saw what happened in 2020. The NSAS, and you know, so many things happened. People lost their lives, and crime has increased very sadly. So when you have assets of this value, of great value, take some time, consult an insurance company. If you have questions, call on us. But we want to guarantee you that insurance works. It's not like in the past where people say this thing does not work. It works.
Okay, we want to also say that for those who had cases relating to NSAS, insurance companies are paying all such claims also.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for watching, and like we have said, plan your future so that you can live a better life for the year 2021. God bless you.